The Steamrollers
Adventure Podcast
contains mature language
and situations.
Discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, it's me, Mike the Storycrafter, and you are tuned in to the one, the only Steamrollers Adventure Podcast.
Otherwise known as a heaping pile of shit.
Boris, wait, Robbie? What the hell, did that just come out of you?
Yes, Robbie, you should not talk that way. Michael is very good to us.
That's right, but Boris? What the hell's going on? What the hell's gotten into you?
That depends. How lonely have you been feeling lately, Storycrafter? Hee.
Oh no. What the hell? Nissa, get in here.
Oh, hey there, Storycrafter. What can I do you for?
Can you take a look at these two and see what's wrong with them?
Storycrafter is looking for another way to sink this ship by wasting everyone's time. Robbie, you behave.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say their personality tubes have been switched.
Can you fix it?
Nope. Many may try. Reminds me of the time I was working behind the scenes on Arabesque. Ooh, that Sophia Loren was quite the dish. Gregory Peck, the Gregors, as I liked to call him.
Wait. Nissa, you too?
Me what?
Can you just fucking get on with show, please? Michael, would you like me to do the protocol now while Robbie is feeling under the weathers? Fuck off, fancy butt. Mind your own business. Besides, that's my job, not yours.
Oh, God. Ben, get in here. Please be Nissa.
Oh, so you could fuck him too?
Ben!
Hello, Michael. I can explain.
Nissa? Oh, thank God.
No, I am Ben. She is Nissa.
Ain't this confusing?
Okay, I need to sort this out. Everybody, don't move. Stay where you are.
Would you like for me to be doing the protocol, Michael?
Wait. Just wait. Let me figure this out a second.
Uh-oh, he's thinking again. We're all fucked.
All right, whoever wants to do or can do the protocol, go ahead.
That is me. Protocol 406. Promotions. Please consider joining our Patreon. There are many perks available, including but not limited to early releases of all the shows, patron-only spin-offs or content, meet and greet sessions, chats, and opportunities to actually take part in the shows, like creating an NPC character to play in this show, be a virtual character in the animated Whiskey Tango Furball, or to be a voice actor in Copperheart Shattered Echoes. Have a show or podcast of your own you would like to promote? Contact the Storycrafter at riggstories.com to talk about a promo swap. We have helped plenty of other shows with promotions in the past and would love to have you join us, and vice versa. And now it's time for stupid-ass Furballs commercial, right?
No. Ben, or, maybe Nissa, whoever, please give us the previously on, whoever your brain is, whatever thing.
Previously on the Steamrollers Adventure Podcast, Oliver Glass, the inventor turned babysitter in Season 2, is back. When we last left Oliver, he was turning the key to a Clockwork Carpenter principal engine, presumably to set the world on a better path. After receiving a visit from an alternate reality Shiloh, a grown-up version of the small boy who was under his care along with the teenager Penny.
Thanks, Ben? Okay, now which one of you is going to be turning the crank?
Me, same as always. It ain't like my joints are ravaged with arthritis or anything.
Ben, you're... Ugh.
Just hand him the fucking cylinder so we can go grab lunch.
You're not going anywhere. Stay right where you are. Okay. Here you go, Benissa. Season 4, Episode 282, Chapter 3, City of Death.
Dead City.
Okay, I'm out.
Robbie, come here. Come here.
You're listening to the Steamrollers Adventure Podcast, a steampunk actual play tabletop role-playing comedy show based on the fiction of Michael J. Rigg. Now, let the adventures continue.
Yeah, buzz in when you figure out who this is. That's what I should have done from the start. All right. The camera pans down. Ding! No. Over a desolate landscape. Downed fighter craft and the twisted black skeleton of an Imperial shark airship lie rusting like discarded clumps of twisted metal. Blowing desert sands eroding the old machines of war. A battered sign reads, "Welcome to Nevada." The image turns and pans across the wreckage of the shark, catching a portion of the Imperial flag. As it continues panning, other bits of trash come into view, scattered all about the ground. It stops on the broken and burned wing of a Texas dive bomber, the underside of the wreckage still carrying several small unexploded bombs. Ooh. As the scene lingers, a clicking whirring sound enters stage right, and a small robotic cart on metal treads rolls into view. Atop the cart is a boiler belching steam as water burbles and slushes inside. From the boiler are a number of automaton parts, pistons, tubes, and the head of an old 900 series copper heart. Sorry, Ben, found a role for you. The repurposed automaton dispatches 4 spindly, spider-like arms as it maneuvers into position to carefully dislodge the bombs from the racks. As the robot turns, we can see painted on the side of its boiler the name Chuck in rough black calligraphy. The camera cuts to a view of the tiny robot working on the wreckage from a distance and from a higher elevation. It slowly pans to the left until we find ourselves looking over the shoulder of a man watching the robot work through a long brass spyglass. The perspective changes to show the man's front as he stands with the rusted and angled the rusted and angled railing of some enormous hulk. It is Oliver Glass.
You sure?
Hey.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like him at all.
Where are the kids?
Oliver Ray.
They're inside making lunch.
Oliver, Shay, your spoilers. No. Come on.
We made you a sandwich.
Shiloh talks now?
Yes. We know he talks sometime in the future.
Mm-hmm. Oliver raises the spyglass again just in time to see the explosion.
Oh.
The bright orange plume rolls into a small black mushroom cloud as the tiny automaton cart bursts into fiery shards that pock the vicinity of the former plane wreckage. Oliver sighs, collapsing the spyglass, and turns to a bulkhead where names like Jerry, Ronald, Stephen, Fred, and Chuck are scrawled. There are lines through all of the names except Chuck, which Oliver now crosses off with a frustrated swipe. The name under Chuck is Bob. Oliver looks down to the quivering automaton on wheels, its optical receptors flicking up to him fearfully. Even though his sweeper bots, finger quotes for you folks at home, contain no personalities or copper heart programming,
Okay, good.
It was hard not to read emotions from them, especially when they, like Bob is doing now, like a little Johnny Five or Wally, if you will.
I'm sorry.
Point out into the desert to distract him with its 5 articulated metal fingers. Oliver shook his head and was about to say something to the robot when it raised another one of its arms and began to use sign language to communicate to its inventor. It then pointed again in the distance. Oliver picked up the spyglass and focused where Bob pointed. By the way, you can add Bob to your character sheet if you like, Oliver. You got a little robotic.
No, don't bother.
Companion.
It won't last long.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, there weren't any
slave.
better. There weren't any other names after Bob. Bob was his only hope to go get some bombs from the wreckage. The scene through the spyglass is blurry at first, a warped glass disc with desert colors washing over it. 2 figures slowly coming into view. They appear to be dressed in layers, with goggles protecting their eyes from the drifting sand. A pair of rifles were slung over the back of one, a pair of pistols hung from both of their hips, and attached to their backpacks were a machete, a small spade, a pickaxe. The hilt of a long hunting knife protruded from the desert-stained boots of the leader. Oliver made his way down the sloping catwalk to a door, Bob trundling along behind. As he moves, the camera pulls back to show he was standing at the railing of an enormous city-sized land crawler, now listing to one side and abandoned as this enormous multi-level testament to engineering set broken, a victim of war as war had passed through years before. Huge sections of the Titanic vehicle were nothing but scorched and twisted metal. A canyon-sized crater lying next to it, huge apartment building-sized chunks lay where they had broken off and fell into the crater that loosed them. One of the 3 mile-long treads was completely missing. Along one wide bulkhead were enormous, elaborate silver and bronze letters proclaiming Epson City. And under that, a smaller sign reading Population 1.
Take away every good thing.
Not counting Bob. Oliver stepped into his laboratory, which was a cacophony of mechanized parts, moving and clicking, buzzing and whirring as if he lived inside a gigantic pocket watch. He pulled on his Tesla glove, ignoring the pistol, and then wait because the Tesla glove was always lucky, so I went with that.
Yeah.
And then he waited. A short time later, the visitors appeared. They peeled the goggles back onto their heads and pulled down the gauzy scarves that protected their mouths. The first was a young woman with a crooked smile and short sandy brown hair. She was nearly as tall as he was. The woman raised her hands and said,
Don't shoot, Mr. Oliver. It's me, Penny, and this is my husband, Jax.
You mean Shiloh?
No, marry your brother? What's the matter with you? There is no Shiloh here.
Oh.
It's Penny and Jax. Jax, Jax.
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 She got married?
Yeah, evidently. Yeah.
The age of 15?
No, she's 18 now. The fuck?
5 years later.
Time works differently. Since the war.
Time is different since the war. No, she's 18 now, but she did get married at 15, so maybe. I don't know.
You wrote it, not me.
I didn't write that part.
They're on their honeymoon.
yeah, they thought they'd come by.
We heard Epsom City was fancy. What did you do to it?
We're on a honeymoon here.
Mm-hmm. All right, so, yeah, Penny has returned, and it's been at least 6 years maybe, 5, 6 years, 7 years maybe since 5 years since the war ended, so maybe 6.
So have I not seen her since?
No, not since
turning the key.
Not since turning the key, and then after that there was the and I think Jenn had said Connie would have gone along to deliver the kids back to where they belonged or something. That was like happening between episodes or after that season.
I think so, because Nigel went off on his own as far as I know. Yeah, so probably would have stuck with somebody.
Yeah. So you guys had seen. You guys had babysat the children back to their, and there should be like a comic book series that fills in that hole.
Oh yeah, that would be sweet.
But yeah, the kids were safely returned, and then Oliver, at last I can finally invent. And what am I going to invent? Bomb disposal robots.
They'll be big after the war.
We'll call them Chucks. I mean Bobs. Damn. I'm gonna need to come up with more names if anything happens to Bob. Okay, so yeah, it's.
So Oliver is gonna run over and give Penny a hug.
Oh,
pretty trusting, aren't you? I can test her.
She'll
Zap her with a test.
A light zap with the best glove, just to be sure.
She'll hug back and say it's
good to see you.
Penny, you're married?
Yes, this is Jax, my husband.
And he says, "It's good to meet you, sir." And he puts his hand out to shake your hand.
I'll shake his hand. I will not
with
zap
the Tesla
him.
glove? Oh.
It's like, whoops. it's like, well, Penny, you're not married anymore. Okay, yeah.
Where's Shiloh?
We kind of parted ways. We were following different routes. We both became seers, but he's far more dogmatic than I was, or am. I prefer to apply the Trinity to those I meet.
Sounds ominous.
He's not an albino.
Sure.
Jax is related to Randall, though.
Say, well, come in. I mean, you hungry? Have you been traveling long? Can I get you something?
Yeah, actually, for quite a while. We were hunting a pair of keepers, but it's starving, in fact, and as long as it's not stick soup.
I don't make that anymore. I think wasn't that your recipe?
Yeah, and I'm sorry about that.
But, you know.
Listen, yeah, come sit down. So I'll direct Bob to help me with the cooking.
Oh, perfect. Yes, Bob does so. Bob is relieved to be helping with cooking and not disposing.
Bomb disposal.
Not working bomb disposal. Yeah, Jack says, if there's anything I can do to help, I'd be glad to. Heard a lot about you.
Sure.
But how is
things,
it?
I hope.
How is all great things. He said, if not for you, then wouldn't have my beloved Penelope. She goes, ugh.
Who's that?
Penny.
Did she let her hair grow?
That's so. Yeah, does she have hair now?
Yeah, up to her shoulder. Yeah.
What color is her hair?
Brown.
Like a penny.
She got that thing on the forehead still?
Yeah, she does. She still has her Trinity.
The mark?
Trinity mark. Yeah. Yeah, when she takes off her, they like take off their outer protective robes and whatnot, and you see she's still wearing the colors that she used to wear, the sort of like the faded dark blue that's faded into like sun-bleached blue sort of garments, and she's got like a necklace hanging outside of it that has 3 intertwined rings of the Trinity, and she's got a little beat-up Trinity Bible, and so that she can sit down, she removes from a scabbard a long-bladed dagger that is stained with blood, probably, and has a Trinity logo on that as well, on the crossbar.
A little Bible thumper, isn't she?
You won't believe her tie.
God damn it!
Yeah, she said,
Yeah, Shiloh kind of went off, and he's just weird. He's been teaching your sign language.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we still don't speak?
Right. Who said that? That was Bob.
Either.
Bob
Yeah.
chimes in.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
learning. Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm bad about
Right.
the other ones to blow up.
Right. Bob.
What is being a seer entail?
Oh, just, spreading the word of the Trinity. These days, pretty much, saying, haha, we were right. Because, the world kind of deteriorated after the war that shouldn't have happened to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you? You didn't.
Silent for a minute.
You didn't. Did you fight in the war, Oliver?
Oh, I did not.
Jax seems to be relieved at that. Good. I'm not the only coward in this marriage. Good.
Wow.
No, I did not. I've been doing some soul searching since then. I got my wish, and the carpenters are gone. And,
Yeah, and see where that's gotten us.
Preach it, lady.
yeah.
Well, what have you been doing? It looks like you're pretty well set up to change humanity, make things better, right?
Well, I start with what I can. I got a lot of work to do here. This is my home, or was my home, before we met. Yeah. So, whatever happened to my mom? Did you? Was it like this when I got back?
Yeah.
And,
It was. Yeah. Yeah. Texas had attacked it, and Texas attacked Epson City and did not conquer it. They destroyed it. When
With
Oliver
Imperial shocks?
was that?
With Imperial shocks?
No, the Empire was intercepting them when that, yeah. Because the Empire had crossed in it. Good catch, Rupert. Because, the Empire had driven into Texas as well. At least one of the Imperial generals had decided, hey, let's attack these guys. They can't be much of a threat. Turned out that they were. Yeah. Yeah. When Oliver did get back, there wasn't anybody here. No bodies or anything. So either it was policed up or everybody managed to survive. Maybe they all escaped before the city was bombed. There were no treads leading up to it, so it's as if it had stopped and was just sitting here when it was blown up. And by the size of the canyon-like crater that's right next to it, whatever Texas used was pretty big.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. No, Oliver's hair is not
Oliver
falling
has
out or
cancer.
Yeah. He invented the Geiger counter.
So it's all that clicking. I don't know. It's really annoying.
I can't calibrate it because I'm living in radiation.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna get this place running again. At least moving again.
Wow. That's...
She kind of looks around and goes, well, your
Not the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Not the whole thing.
Okay.
Not the whole thing. A smaller one.
Because I did notice that one of the treads was missing, and that's huge.
Yeah, it's a little beyond my ability to put back together.
Yeah.
What about Bob?
Bob's like, no, nothing. No.
Put a right, Bob.
Yeah, Bob's a little bastard. Actually, they're cooking, and Oliver goes to put some salt in whatever he's making, and Bob quickly takes the salt from him and tightens the lid because he was playing practical jokes. Bob loosened the top of the salt container.
Bob. Your guests.
He signs sorry. Jack says, if you don't mind, I'm going to go out and keep watch. I noticed you have a spyglass on it. Is it okay if I use that?
Sure.
Okay.
Put it over.
All right. Yeah,
Do you see anything coming in? Is there a reason we should be concerned?
As he heads out, Penny says that they were tracking a pair of keepers, and they were coming this way.
Glad they didn't come here.
I know what keepers are.
No, you don't.
Hey, what's a keeper?
Keepers are the... well, they're the opposite of the Trinity, I think. At least that's the feeling I get from them. They're...
Wow.
Yeah. Thanks, Percy, in Missouri. They,
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I just get a very dark feeling from them. And I'm not the first person to have seen them.
So you're hunting them?
Yes. At least to watch them and see what they do. And if they are against the Trinity, well then, Jax and I are going to make it our purpose to go cross-country and eliminate all of them.
outside, he lowers the spyglass, hearing that, and he's like...
Bitch is nuts.
I wanted a little house with a picket fence and a little fuzzy dog. But no, we gotta go hunting demons or whatever. Yeah,
My
everything's
mama
good out
warned
here,
me.
honey.
Sounds like they have some marriage issues.
Yeah.
Not that he's talking about. No, he's happy. He's fine.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you found a purpose. I guess you've always had a purpose, huh?
She said,
You haven't had any strange visitors, have you?
Welcome back to Inside the Robot Mind, the show where Boris and me talk about the show so far. Boris,
Right. Get on with it, Twinkles.
do you think that Oliver will end up being a babysitter again to Penny and Shiloh?
Are you even listening to same show, dumbass? Shiloh is not here, and Penny is adult.
Fair enough. Now what about these keepers? We seem to be seeing them more and more lately. Is there a connection?
Thomas, Storycrafter always run same theme through every season. Chances are this will all blow up in end And they'll all find out they were keepers themselves all along.
Ooh, interesting theory, Boris.
Fuck you.
Hey, there you two are. Come on. I need to open you up.
Fuck off, fat body. You'll never catch me.
God damn it, Nissa, Boris.
Oh my, oh well, on with the show.
The fuck?
No, I haven't, right?
Right, no. Since you got, I mean, one of the great things to take advantage of with Epson City is that since it was bombed out and deserted, and it's like a desert around here, you have all of this with
supplies.
Yeah, supplies and all. You can cannibalize to your heart's content and make all kinds of things, and yeah, so huge.
You're the first person I've seen for months.
Well, in case you do see them, I wouldn't talk to them. And she describes what they look like. They wear black. And of course, this is one of the reasons that makes them suspicious to the Holy Rollers. They wear all black, high collars, usually some sort of large hats pulled down over their heads, but you can't really see their faces anyway because they wear bone-white plague doctor masks.
Sounds like the Highwaymen.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Highwaymen, but not as tall.
I met the Highwaymen.
That's true, you did.
We're BFFs.
And then deliver. Yeah, the Bob signs stand and deliver.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for them. Yeah, nothing so far. Do I have do I have anything set up that'll like alert me if people are coming or anything like that?
Of course, you're an inventor. You tell me.
All right, good. Yes. So we'll go over. I guess I should have mentioned this to Jax. So we'll go over. We'll put down like a little periscope to see like and like look around.
I thought for sure you were going to say something about an electrified guard railing. I should have told you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like every 5 minutes, Penny becomes a widow.
Oh, yeah. So you say take a look. You can take a look if you want. The right handle zooms in and out, and the left handle fires the rifle.
Oh, wow!
A little crosshair on there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Jax will check that out. He's like, do you mind if I try it out?
I don't know.
Send Bob out, waving little flags.
No.
No, Bob doesn't speak. You should put a personality in Bob.
I can't put a personality in him.
Please do. It'll make it all the more delicious when I destroy it later.
Sorry, I can't use him as a bomb disposal robot.
Yeah, not anymore. He's your last one.
Well, no, just if I can't put a personality in him, then send him out.
Sure you can.
Sure, why not?
No. Because freeing Nigel was like the only thing Oliver's done that's been useful so far. I guess, and these kids. So,
right.
And then possibly ending the world. So we're like 2 for 3.
Yeah, possibly.
You work on the local level. That's important. It's like a small scale thing. It's a little thing.
Yeah. I wasn't the only one who turned the key.
Yeah,
we didn't turn the key, someone turned it for us.
That's true.
I re-listened to that episode a couple of times, and my favorite part is when Nigel was going to sacrifice himself and Connie was trying to stop him. George is like, I'm going to shoot him!
Yep.
It's time for a SRAP flashback.
I want to hear this. Nigel, what are you going to say? Are you going to
He's going
Are you going to say you've determined this?
Just do it.
I just take off my bowler hat. I kind of take off the bowler hat and my jacket and go, Miss Constance, would you hold this for me?
Connie, you know what he's trying to do. You know what he's thinking of doing.
He's going to try to sacrifice essentially.
Yeah.
Connie walks up to Nigel and
Hit him.
shakes her head like, Nigel, don't do anything.
Not
don't
today.
Do it.
Press his off button.
Miss Ross? Miss Ross, there's a young girl who lives in Boston by the name of Nora Williams.
She's dead.
Tell her I love her. having some.
No, Nigel.
He's not going to be stopped.
Oh, yes, he can.
Whilst holding the picture of Nora,
Yeah,
he's going.
I'm pulling out my gun.
You know he's gonna outroll you if you try to.
That's right, you can't outroll him.
Yeah.
I got a 20.
He'll go down like K2SO. He'll just be just slowly moving and just... Percy, the time is now. Kill yourself.
End of every
Game.
Yeah. Now the secret of every Steamrollers Adventure podcast season, the very last episode, George's character kills himself, and it fixes everything.
This has been a Shroud Flashback.
Hello, I'm Chris Sugden.
And I'm Jenn Sugden.
And together we write Victoriosity, a comedy detective podcast set in an alternative Victorian London.
We are big fans of Steamrollers podcast, and we always look forward to a new episode coming out. So, from all of us here at Victoriosity, enjoy the show.
Welcome to the intermission segment. I can assure you that I am Nissa.
And I am Robbie. Nissa, what happened to us before?
Benjamin knocked over the tray with your tubes while I was doing routine maintenance on us. Several were shattered, so I had to utilize what we had in storage, and...
Let me guess, you finally uncovered the prank Boris set up by changing the labels 2 years ago?
Correct. Now please thank our patrons.
Of course. Thank you to the following patrons who make all of this possible. Alan Farkas, Ann McMicken, Brad Mack, Christopher Durback, Trilington Beescoat, Delta Alpha, George Pecenica, George Stenkow, Ice Wolf 132, Giannis Vestin, Jared Mosman, Irritating Fog, Jeff Fogg, Keely Wood, Martin Saville, Matthew Armstrong, Michael Rodden, Michael Velez, Michael West, Ray Volk, Robin, Rupert Faullhurst, Fluff 2, Sarah Elkins, Shalom West, and Tim George.
We now continue with episode 282, chapter 3, Dead City.
On with the show.
Hi, this is Private Tyler Beanie from Whiskey Tango Furball, and you're listening to the Steamrollers Adventure Podcast.
Such a sick fuck.
Good time.
It's answered everything, right?
Percy, yeah. I'll shoot him and throw him into works.
I'm gonna say so. Tell me what's going on in the world. I've been haven't had much news recently.
Oh, well,
I guess we know it ended.
lucky you, yeah.
There's a global pandemic now.
Yeah, actually there is, but it's coming out of Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, she tells you about how the Empire bombed the South with all kinds of toxic weapons. It's kind of how the story of the 7 bomb kind of got translated to where Penny's from, and the way they heard it. They heard that the Empire used all kinds of chemical weapons on the South, and the South responded with a flight of about 10,000 airplanes that all dropped huge bombs on Chicago and filled in Lake Michigan with a mountain. Stuff like that.
Is that true?
No, not at all. Wow. One mushroom cloud, that's all it was. Yeah, so she says since then it's kind of been chaos.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So, yeah, I mean, where you're living now is kind of a really, really big, gigantic, rusted out piece of shit, but if I were you, I'd stay here. Yeah. Yeah, for
That's
being a little...
nice.
It suits you.
It suits. No, she wouldn't say. No, she's like.
Well,
it looks to be It looks to be the only safe place around.
Well, except for all the unexploded ordnance all over the place. That's what I'm trying to do now, is clean up. Although with what you're saying is true, I should leave some of this stuff around.
Yeah, might be handy. Jack says, he's already seen a couple of things that might be explosive out there. They're like red barrels, so they must explode because that's the way it works in video games.
Exactly.
That's right.
There's toxic waste.
Boxes with X's on them. No, he said, with using this gadget that you've got calibrated here, you could probably, just treat that as a minefield and shoot the mines when someone gets too close.
So, I'm trying to collect them right now. Unfortunately, it's not going so well. Bob here. He's the last one, so I have to make a new batch.
Bob waves his little
Poor,
calipers.
poor Chuck.
Yeah, poor Chuck.
Probably heard Chuck on the way in.
Yeah, they did see a little black poof of smoke. Poor Chuck.
Okay, well, how long are you staying? You can make up another room.
Really?
Can you find a
somewhere
space?
on the far side of the city. Well, you're grown up now. I don't have to. You don't have to put like bells on the door.
That's right. I gotta make sure I don't get out and get into trouble.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to sleep in separate bedrooms though. I don't trust them. No hanky panky on my watch.
Yeah.
You're married.
Oh right. Yeah. I don't recognize their marriage.
Right.
Yeah, who married them?
Yeah, Epson City is your own country now, for crying out loud.
That's right.
Plant the Oliver flag.
Yeah. So we'll go. I say, let's go find a room. Wherever you want.
And I'm going to say, in the time he's been here, because of the list that he's gone around, and several sections have been refloored so that they're not at an angle, or parts like rooms constructed inside of rooms that were actually level. So
I'm
there's
hoping
just
to make like a little mini crawler, like an Epsomville, like an Epsom City.
Welcome aboard the Epson City cul-de-sac.
Yeah, it's just a little cul-de-sac, like a suburb, mobile suburb.
There's a term for that in Mortal Engines, but I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, she says,
Well, we're just traveling. We don't really settle in one place. We had a wagon, but all of our supplies were taken, and we lost our horses. We just managed to get out ourselves and been on foot. Raiders. Yeah,
she said they were. Just scavengers.
There's a lot of that now.
They're not just.
She said, I haven't seen any airships in a long time, but it's like all the pirates are on the ground now.
Arr.
Yeah.
Arr.
Yeah, now that you mentioned it, I haven't seen any airships either. We'll stay for a couple days. Maybe we can put together something.
Okay.
To at least get you on your way. Okay. Steam-powered horse.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, what Silas wouldn't give for that.
Yeah. No, that
never needs to.
Yeah. What are you? Yeah. She's like,
if we stay a little longer, maybe we can help you. I mean, Jax is pretty good with tools, and he's a quick learner. He can help you.
That would be excellent. I could use the hand.
Oh, perfect. Wow, that's great.
They kind of her and Jax sort of like share a glance that leads you to think that on the way here they were having a little discussion.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
This was easier.
they're not going to let us stay. He's not going to let us stay there. It's like, oh yeah, we go way back. He loves us.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we can't overstay our welcome. So just shut up and do what I say.
Wow. So Jax, did Penny ever tell you how we met?
Yeah, she said it was a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. So he kind of laughs and reminiscence. Yeah, thing.
That thing.
Her story recounting a little bit about wolves and blowguns and
saved my life.
And bug soup.
It's time for a SRAP flashback.
So I think Oliver's gonna walk over and introduce himself and say just something like, "Hi, I'm Oliver. Thank you so much for saving me. Can we share a fire?"
Sure. I'm Penny, and this is Shiloh.
The girl says. Penny, not Penny. It's Penny with an I, and Shiloh as in Shiloh, Tennessee. The boy glances to you and just nods, like spasm-like, briefly, and then turns his wild gaze back toward the darkness of the woods. Penny does not seem to be worried about the wolves coming back. She's just eyeing you cautiously and actually flashes a smile and would be happy to join your fire.
think I was just gonna kind of make conversation. Say, are you out here alone? Or do you have a camp, or are you traveling with anyone?
Traveling, not alone. I'm with Shiloh.
Shiloh glances at you and nods. Your boy hasn't said a word.
Just the two of you?
Yes, the Trinity protects us. Are you a believer?
And when she says that, Shiloh turns his full attention toward you. He's still clutching his blowgun.
I'm certainly starting to become one.
This has been a Shroud flashback.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Locked it.
She says Oliver took really good care of
Those cookies.
me and my brother.
Those cookies. Yep.
Yep. Even after the first time I had alcohol.
Silas and Sonny just laughing. Give her another one.
I picked some bad caregivers. I took care of some things.
No,
She learned a lot.
Yeah.
No, Jack
Jack
says the important thing is that you took care of her, and it means a lot. So I will pledge myself to do anything that you need. I will help you.
It's okay, buddy.
Thanks.
And she's like, "Oh,
time for a hug."
I like him. So Jax, what's your story?
Guys, I'm a sociopath.
Well,
does he have the Trinity also?
he does not.
Non-believer.
Yeah. Well, no, he's a believer now. He said that he had.
Penny says so.
Yeah, Penny told me I'm a believer. Yeah, he had run into trouble, gambling and drinking and cavorting. Thank you, Percy in Missouri. And he met her, and she just basically took pity on him and cleaned him up and helped him out of the gutter. And
Now he's a holy roller.
yeah.
Real
So
love
I've always
story.
had a sort of a knack for fixing things. So we went around, and I would make money by fixing things for people, doing handyman work, while she would teach their children. Although I suspect she was teaching them something beyond regular schoolwork.
Everyone has to know about the Trinity.
Only those who are
Which
marked
children?
can be saved.
Which children?
Oh, there were
Lots of them.
There were a pair of albino twins who were.
They were walking on their way to Chicago.
They were already pretty well marked, though. No, yeah, just from town to town, wherever they'd roam. They even spent some time in Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas, right?
Texas.
Yeah, and yeah,
With Texas.
Texas.
we were there after Austin disappeared.
Boston is gone.
Yeah, yeah, it's just not there anymore.
Oh, like gone.
Yeah,
Is she the
Like-
last gone?
Disappeared gone, or like destroyed gone?
like just gone. It's nothing but flat land. Demons.
I need a pencil.
Everybody's going to the rapture.
Like, yeah. Yeah, you got three different perspectives here. It's like, Penny's she's settled on, yeah, it had to be demons.
Some sort of hellacious creation. And
Yeah, Jax just doesn't know. But he's seen a lot of strange things in the world, so not surprised. Probably some sort of magic. Maybe it was revenge of the witches they used to keep prisoner there.
How did you know I would be here?
the Trinity.
Trinity.
Is that Jax?
No, but he is like taking the place of Shiloh by rolling his eyes when she's not looking. She's like,
No, I'm guessing the Trinity just,
Brought it away.
And since the keepers aren't here, then I guess
Must be.
us following them led us to you for a reason. Maybe they're not the evil we thought they were.
And Jack's, oh, come on. You could tell they're evil by looking at them. Judging a book by its cover, kids.
You could just say you wanted to come visit me. That's fine.
Yeah, well, that too. I mean, if I knew you were, of course I would have come right away. If I'd have known, I should have had Shiloh come along too. I'm sure you'd have a lot to finger about.
So yeah, we'll go locate a nearby house.
Okay.
Unoccupied house.
Okay.
Or to get stuff fixed up. And I'll talk to Jack, draw up some plans for a steam-powered wagony tank thing.
A car?
No, it's more like a tank.
Ooh.
Or raiders. You gotta be ready for the raiders.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
With when you touch the outside, it can electrocute everyone, and it's gonna be awesome.
Zap zap. That's actually a good idea. Going to leave Oliver and his new trio with a bit of a cinematic fade out. Jax goes with you, turning away from the periscope, and then the camera moves into the periscope just as two dark figures appear walking toward Epson City.
Oh, Jax, you're fired.
The credits for this episode's music may be found in our show notes at steamrollersadventurepodcast.libsyn.com. All music, except where otherwise specified, is produced by Kevin MacLeod at incompetech.com under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 licensing. Thank you for listening to the Steamrollers Adventure Podcast. You may subscribe to the show at Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, CastBox, directly from steamrollersadventurepodcast.libsyn.com, or through most podcast apps. For more about the show, and the Storycrafter's other projects, such as the Clockwork novels, the thrilling post-apocalyptic audio drama Copperheart, or the animated mockumentary comedy Whiskey Tango Furball, visit riggstories.com. Consider becoming a patron of Rigg Stories Transmedia Storycrafting at patreon.com/riggstories.